Welcome to Yellow Skunk Farms, everybody. Quick disclaimer, this is a 21-year-old and up channel, so if you're not 21 years or older, please leave the channel now. Thank you. Just taking a look at our Monstera. This is the Monstera. And it is a monster. You should go back and look from the beginning. It's gotten pretty crazy. And I see a new one coming. That's going to be a new leaf right there. It's crazy how it shifts every day. Every time I walk in here, it's just over here and it's over there. If I had a time lapse on this thing, it would be just going crazy. Moving all over the place every day. And just wait till I get the new lights coming in from Grandmasters. So we've got 3 Grandmaster LEDs over here. And we're going to have 3 more. We're going to have 1, 2, 3. And this will be our food garden. We poured concrete in the center of the pond. That's just the bottom of the pond. Obviously it's not set up yet for a full pond, but we have to do the trick to making a really good solid pond is to do little sections at a time. So if I was to build the whole pond and then try and concrete everything in, it would take forever and might not even cure completely at all. So we do a section at a time, let the concrete cure for 2 or 3, sometimes a week, depending on, like we won't touch this for at least another week probably. We'll work on, the back wall. Yesterday you can see how we stacked these rocks. You can see how we've got concrete through here. That's basically going to be our soil line. So our soil will come all the way up to that line there. And then you don't see any concrete here, but they are in there. And that's because I switch and come around the back side and do concrete on the back side from here on up. The reason I do that is for the look. I want it to look decent when I come in here and see that back wall. So from here on up, that will be the mountain. And I don't want to see concrete splattered all over that. So we come around the back side and do the concrete on the back side. See, if I didn't do that, it would look like that all the way around. And I don't want that look. Thankfully the soil will come all the way up to here. We'll have plants and stuff growing all up. You'll probably never see the back wall, just like over here. The jasmine took over the back wall, but as you can see, behind that jasmine there is the rock mountain where the water comes in. And now you can't see any of it. You can't hardly even see the rock wall around the side there. And that is on purpose. I want to create the whole green. I don't want to see a lot of rock. Of course I want to see some, but really only around the pond area. And this is where Digger will come in. So Digger will have full access. And our new Monstera, this was sent to us by a friend of ours. Got a new leaf coming. That's a good sign. This one I still have in a pot down here, but I cut the bottom of the pot off just to let the roots go. But eventually I'm going to pull that out, and that Monstera will go over into this grow, and this is kind of a viney Monstera, so we can actually put that over here in the corner and let it run around. Maybe put a pole in the back and let that run up, but we're going to place that one over in this side and let that one go over here. So we still have a lot of rock to go. We're going to go up, and then come back down, all the way around. Come up with the pond walls. You can see I've already stacked a few around the back side there. We can stack some more. Do maybe 2-3 layers of that. Come in, throw the concrete on, let that dry. Come back in, throw 2 or 3 more layers on till we get up to the height that we want. smooth out the inside with the concrete, and then come in with the pond shield. And pond shield is just a two-part epoxy which will coat and seal the pond and get it ready for water, just like we did over here. You can see that concrete has been pond shielded. It's kind of like a sheen to it. So we also put pond shield on these rocks. You can see that sheen it has. So no pond shield, pond shield. Puts that nice dark rich color to it. Gives it that look. You can see the difference. What's up, Cooter? Plinko underneath there, and the molly, shiner, pooter. There's a Chinese algae eater, or maybe that's a bullhead minnow. I'm not sure. It looks like the bullhead minnows have all disappeared, all but like that one. And the reason is because we got two turtles in here. And if those shiners pass away, like, you know, they don't last long. Maybe they might live a year at best. But once they're gone, once they die, the turtles eat them, and there is no remnants. Let's take a look at the plants this morning. We're day 7 of veg. We sent off a couple of cuts of the leaves of each one of these plants yesterday off to Wilson Genetics to get tested. The only one I know that is a female is the OK Calyx feminized. Everything else in here from Luna is regular seed. So I just cut that leaf off right there, this leaf, put it on the other side, threw it in a little baggie, put it in an envelope, sent it off to my boy Wilson. He will test it and send us back our results. He'll just email us, let us know. We just number them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And he'll send us an email saying 1 is female, 2 is male, 3 is female, and so on. Hopefully we get good news and we don't have to remove a whole lot of them, but you know, legally we're only allowed to grow 4 females. So once they flip to flower, we have to choose which ones are the ones we want to keep, and we'll go from there. These are some outdoes getting ready. I've got some old school here. Sanctuary Seed Bank sent me AK-47 times 1995 AK-47 times 1995 AK-47. The reason I chose that is because 95, that's the year I graduated high school. I started smoking a couple years before that. Then I've got these, what they call toxic red, runts times Panama red. This is from THC Garage. Sent me some stuff. The mother was a runts clone, father was Panama red. F1 regular, all medium, 9-week flower time, spicy candy. Okay, I like spicy candy. This one over here, or these over here, this one here not doing too good, probably not gonna make it. This is Legendary Cherry from OK Calyx. I'm trying to get these outdoors. Figure out once they go to flower, we'll see what's male and what's female. We're just gonna pick the best out of these. Set them outside and see how they do. We did a foliar feed yesterday. You can check that out on my short videos. Just turn the Grandmaster lights way down to about 10%. They were only pushing about 100 ppfd. Right now they're at like 400 around the top, so I dropped it down to 100, basically mimicking the thunderstorm or the clouds coming over before we foliar sprayed. And foliar spray was just done with this here. And we mixed up, I took a gallon of water, I mixed up, it was about 2 mils of, or actually like a mil, not even, maybe like 2-3 drops to the gallon of FAA. We did some 5 mils of lactic acid bacteria. We did, let me go back here and make sure I get it right. I'll show you. My stash is back here in the cut. Got a hidden stash. Oh, look at that. So, we got WCC. This is water-soluble calcium. It is just eggshells, deer antler bone, vinegar. Been sitting for a year plus. I've got some OHN from Country Roots. We did 2 mils of this, 2 mils of this. We did a couple of drops of FAA, catfish. It's 3-year-old now. We also did 2 mils of full power humic acid and 2 mils of Country Roots integrated pest management. This is just like you say, lemon, lime, lemongrass. This is all fermented plant extract. Nothing but the good stuff in there. Country Roots, great guy. Got good stuff. And that's all we did. And then we shook that up in a gallon and put it in our spray bottle and turned the lights down and left the lights down for at least an hour. Then we came back in and cranked them back up. We're good to go. I usually, now a lot of people won't foliar feed until like the afternoon or early morning, which they say, I like to do early morning myself. That's what I did. I came in early morning, basically right after I did the video here. Turn the lights down, foliar feed. This way I believe the stomata is just starting to open up on the leaves, you know, but this isn't outdoors, so the temperature doesn't get that low. As soon as the lights come on, I believe these things are starting to open up. So a couple of hours, maybe an hour after the lights come on, turn the lights down, just dim them way low, do your little spray, wait about an hour, let the clouds pass over, come back. I don't turn them all the way up super fast, I'll just crank it back up. If I'm on 10%, I'll go up to 20%, and then wait 30 minutes or so, go up to 30%, just gradually raise it up. I don't know if that matters or not. It's just something I like to do. I'm trying to just, you know, mimic as best I can, but then again, the conditions in here aren't the same. So mimicking nature is, you know, use your best judgment. That's the best I can say. Like, we're not in nature out here in here, but then again, I'm trying to mimic it as best I can. Then again, the temperature never drops below 70 in here. I don't get, you know, the crazy wind storms. I don't get, you know, all that stuff that comes along with outdoors. Like, me and some friends were talking last night about the worms and the worm castings and how fast the worms just destroy and take up and eat and turn everything into mud. And they were like, well, yeah, and I was like, I think I just have too many worms. I see a few worms on the ground. Sometimes I'll come in here and there'll be one out there. And the reason is, I think, because it's just so many. They don't have any predators. You know, I don't have birds in here. eating the worms. You know, the birds aren't coming in here picking around, eating the worms, scratching. So in comes me. That's where I am the bird. So I have to mimic the bird. I have to come in here and take worms when I see them, feed them to Pooter, throw them in the fish pond. I have to act like, you know, the bird. But I can tell you the worms are in here. I mean, it's crazy how many worms, if you just, and they're around the edges of the creek. Around the edges of the creek, it's just so many. Look, here's. So what I have to do is kind of just be the steward. And when I see the worms, get rid of them. Or not get rid of them, pull one or two out at a time. You know what I mean? Just keep them in balance. They're turning everything into worm castings, and when that happens, it's not a bad thing, but it can shut air off. And when we shut air off, bad things happen. Go anaerobic. We don't want that. So this is one thing I can do. You see what I'm doing? I'm just poking it down, pulling it a little bit, releasing. It's going to show me how much moisture, how much of that soil sticks to the rod here. So it is, a lot of it is sticking, so it's telling me there's plenty of moisture in there, plenty of moisture down deep. We've got good structure down there now, and I'm really not worried about breaking funk. I'm not tilling, you know what I'm saying? I'm aerating is what I'm doing. I'm simply aerating. I'm acting like, you know, maybe even like a bird comes through and does a little scratch, a little chicken just moving around stuff, you know, looking for isopods, worms. These are the types of things that I'm trying to mimic, that I can't let chickens in here, you know what I mean? That wouldn't go over well. But you can see how that just sticks. And I haven't watered anything. It's just being wicked up. I just want to make sure we keep that air going. The soil will tighten up on us. It will contract on itself. As long as we got that moisture, we're good. But with the moisture comes worms, and the worms don't have a predator to balance them out like everything else does. So therefore, I'm going to have to become the predator. Look at this grass. This stuff is just insane. Look how it has just, all this is just, look at that. Every day I come in here, it's just getting longer and longer, getting down into, look how it's come down into the creek. All this is a good thing. Putting roots in the system, putting roots in the creek. Just pull out a little algae, throw it on the soil, cover it up a little bit, let the critters take care of the rest. And that's about it. Easy peasy. As long as we keep the environment right, we should be good to go. It's only like day 7, so got day 7 over there on the board. You see, we've been playing. We've lowered the intensity. We're at 54%. We lowered it down to 32 because we were seeing plant stress. I was starting to see stress. I think it was just too much light for the babies. I don't want to force feed these babies with too much light, because that's what the light's doing. It's feeding these plants. The plant's taking that light, turning it into photosynthesizing that light into sugar, and then pushing that sugar down. But too much can stress. Too little, not too much growth. So if we can get that balance of the PPFD and the DLI. PPFD is your light intensity, and your DLI is how long throughout the day, their daily light interval, how much of that light they're getting throughout the day. So as long as those two things are in balance, we get nice healthy plants like that there. Kind of like a little praying. You know, they're a little overwatered, but that's normal in this system. You're going to see that little bit of curl sometimes on some of the leaves. And that's common in here in a system like this, since we're right beside water. Even though my temp is right, my humidity is around 60. It can go up though. It fluxes quite a bit during the day, mainly because the temperature outside here in Virginia is freaking going like this every day. So it's really hard to keep it in check when it's, 80 degrees one day and then 50 today. So yesterday it was like 80. Today the high is 51. So it's a 30-degree difference from last night or yesterday to today. It just, it is what it is. We do our best and hope for the best. But once these plants get healthy and get up in here, like in this area, we don't have to worry about, overwater. We don't have to worry about too much. As long as we balance out the system, everything should be just fine. So with that being said, I appreciate everybody hanging out today. I hope everybody has a great, what's today? Wednesday? I don't even know. No, today's Tuesday. Yeah, hope everybody has a great Tuesday. And if we don't see you this afternoon, we'll see you tomorrow. Peace.